Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Comic Book Burrito Extra Beef. My name's Darien.
My name's Landon.
And today we got a movie that was promised to you that we would review. When was it? It was back when it came out, right? That we had promised to review this movie. When did this come out?
This year?
April 1st of this year.
Oh, yeah, it was April Fool's.
Yeah.
Like a prank.
Yeah. We're going to be reviewing Morbius. It kind of was. But Morbius is finally on streaming on Netflix, and we watched it. Now we're gonna tell you about it, I guess. Well, okay, I'll go ahead and say this, and I already know what your answer probably is. Expectations going into Morbius.
Well, we've had a good while to talk about, like, I don't know, like we had a good minute, had a good while to like for this movie for it to like be out and all that, and just hearing nothing but bad things about it. It got re-released in theaters twice, or was it one time?
It got re-released once.
Once, okay. Everybody wanted to do a campaign to make it go again.
Yeah, because they were all busy that weekend.
We were all busy that weekend, but that never happened. I would love for them to do it again. And oh, so funny. So very low expectations. To answer your question.
Yeah. I went into it. I was thinking that it wouldn't be good because obviously the reviews and stuff that I have heard. But I went into it like I go into every movie with an optimistic mindset.
Yeah.
I was like, this could actually, I could be in the minority of people that like this movie. And so I watched it and I was not.
Yeah.
I'm not in the group of people that hate the movie. I'm not in the group of people that like the movie. I'm like in between. I don't like or dislike the movie. I don't know how I feel about the movie.
That's disgusting.
Yeah.
You're supposed to hate this movie.
But see, the story, okay. Well, if I pick it apart, I'll really realize that I don't like it. There are parts of the movie that I didn't hate.
Yeah.
I think for what it is, I think Jared Leto did an okay job playing Morbius.
Yeah, I think so too. But the thing is that what they give him to say is so dumb. It makes me think I really hate it.
I think what they give Matt Smith to say, who plays Milo, what they give him to say was stupid. Like the one scene where it was him and Morbius's first fight, and he goes, I forgot. He says like the same line 4 times.
Yeah,
and it was just like it was stupid. And then I sent you the thing when he has that line. He's like, "I'm getting hungry. You wouldn't like me when I'm hungry." I was like, "Oh my god."
Shut up.
And then the "I am Venom," and then like it didn't even have like, "Oh, I'm kidding. I'm Dr. Michael Morbius." That would have made that so much better. He said it was just "I'm Venom," and I was like, "What?" This takes place in the same universe as Venom, but
does it?
Yeah, they mentioned the incident in San Francisco.
Yeah, they did. You're right. I tried to like. I hate this movie.
Well, let me read about it. Morbius is a 2022 American superhero film based on the Marvel Comics character of the same name, produced by Columbia Pictures in association with Marvel. Distributed by Sony Pictures Releasing, it is the third film in Sony's Spider-Man universe, the SSU. Directed by Daniel Espinosa and written by Matt Samaza and Burke Sharpless. It stars Jared Leto as Dr. Michael Morbius alongside Matt Smith, Adria Arjona, Jared Harris, Al Madrigal, and Tyrese Gibson. In the film, Morbius and his surrogate brother Milo become living vampires after curing themselves of a rare blood disease.
Outside. I'm sorry.
You talking about that dancing scene?
Yeah.
Okay. Here's this. There were several attempts to bring Morbius to the big screen since 1998, including joining the Blade franchise and having a solo film produced by Artisan Entertainment, neither of which even came to fruition. After announcing plans for a new shared universe of films inspired by Spider-Man related characters beginning with Venom in 2018, Sony began developing a film based on Morbius. Sazama and Sharpless had written a script for November 2017, and Leto and Espinosa officially joined in June of 2018. Work on the film began at the end of the year with further casting, ahead of production starting in London in February of 2019. Filming was confirmed to have been completed by June of 2019, with reshoots happening in Los Angeles the following February. They filmed this movie in the course of, 4 months.
Feels like they wrote it in like 4 weeks. It took them to write the script. Oh, man.
That's true.
Good God, man. Funny enough, the first ever, like, most likely the reason why I'm such a comic book fan today is probably because of Morbius. And with that, how in the world that's possible is like, so obviously when I'm a kid, my dad introduced me to like comic books and superheroes and all that, right? Mm-hmm. What got him into it, all that was a Morbius comic book. So I wouldn't be on this podcast now if it wasn't for Morbius. And I think a Morbius film could be really cool, but like this movie sucks.
Yeah, I agree.
It was really bad.
Has your dad seen this?
No, he has not.
I'm curious what he would think about it.
Like literally, I mean, he looks exactly like Morbius, and like
your dad does?
No. Yeah. He's been dead for a while. No, like I'm saying like the movie, like every time he's like full, he looks just like him, and it's great.
And I do want to say this, and I told you, I do think one of the highlights of this movie for me were some of the, even though they did look a little awkward at points, the some of the fight scenes are kind of cool. Just like seeing the him use his powers and stuff.
Yeah. And like
the end with the bats.
One flying scene in the subway was all right, but like when it was like slowed down, sometimes it just looks a bit odd to me. Mm-hmm. But
I was very uncomfortable when I saw him using echolocation. His ear was like,
oh God. Jesus Christ. You're freaking disgusting, dude.
It was weird. But Morbius premiered at the Plaza Carso in Mexico City on March 10th, 2022, and was theatrically released in the United States on April 1st, 2022, after being delayed several times from an initial July 2020 date, primarily due to the COVID-19 pandemic. It received largely negative reviews from critics, with criticism toward its writing, visual effects, and post-credit scenes. The Smith's performance received some praise. I guess Matt Smith. The film grossed $163 million worldwide and became the subject of various internet memes. The movie was also, it doesn't mention this on there for some reason. Like I said, it was re-released. It bombed the first time it released. They started there's so many memes that Sony was like, we're going to re-release it. So they re-released it, and it did even worse.
Yeah, wasn't it like less than like 1,000?
I think so.
Yeah, it was really bad.
Yeah. But the plot of the movie, which sums up really nicely in like 3 paragraphs. At a hospital in Greece, 10-year-old Michael Morbius. Now, stop me when you want to give a comment about something. Because I know you don't like the story. I don't either.
I don't even think I have even anything to say, to be frank with you. Because, I mean, I just think everything speaks for itself.
Yeah.
But
At a hospital in Greece, 10-year-old Michael Morbius welcomes his surrogate brother Lucian, whom he nicknames Milo. They bond over their shared blood, illness, and desire to be normal. Their adoptive father and hospital director Nicholas arranges for Morbius to attend medical school in New York while he focuses on caring for Milo. 25 years later, Morbius publicly declines a Nobel Prize for his work with artificial blood. His colleague, Martine Bancroft, discovers he has secretly captured dozens of vampire bats from Costa Rica in the hope of splicing their genes with his own to cure his condition. After informing Milo of his planned illegal experiment, Morbius receives funding from him to outfit a private mercenary vessel in international waters with his equipment. While the cure works, it transforms Morbius into a vampire who kills and drains the crew of their blood after they attack him out of fear. Once his bloodlust subsides and he regains his senses, a horrified Morbius erases all CCTV footage of his experiment before contacting the authorities and jumping overboard. Morbius returns to New York and discovers he now has superhuman strength, speed, reflexes, and echolocation, with his vampire bats treating him as one of their own. To control his bloodlust, he subsists on his artificial blood as it gradually ceases to satisfy his needs. FBI agents Simon Stroud and Al Rodriguez investigate Morbius' victims and deduce his involvement. Milo learns that Morbius is cured, but becomes furious when Morbius refuses to cure him as well. While checking on a hospitalized Bancroft, Morbius finds a dead nurse drained of her blood. Believing he was responsible, he attempts to escape before being cornered and arrested by Stroud. In prison, he is visited by Milo, who offers to use his wealth to free him. Upon realizing Milo took his cure and killed the nurse, Morbius escapes to confront him. An unrepentant Milo confesses to his bloodlust-induced crime and urges Morbius to embrace his powers as he has. Unwilling to hurt his brother, Morbius flees. Morbius meets Bancroft to explain that what Milo has done before acquiring a new lab and developing an antibody against vampirism to stop and kill Milo. He also plans to use it on himself since he will become unable to resist his bloodlust. Stroud and Rodriguez find footage of one of Milo's attacks and, believing Morbius' vampirism to be spreading, releases it to the media. Nicholas recognizes Milo and pleads with him to stop. Angered by Nicholas's perceived preference for Morbius, Milo wounds and forces him to call Morbius, who arrives too late to save him, while Milo also mortally wounds Bancroft. Morbius returns to Bancroft, but she dies in his arms, forcing him to drink her blood. Morbius confronts Milo and summons an army of bats to restrain him and inject the antibody. Milo dies peacefully, and Morbius flies off with the bats, mourning his loved ones and embracing his identity as a vampire, while coming to terms with the fact that he is now on the run from the authorities. Unbeknownst to him, a still-alive Bancroft reawakens with glowing red eyes elsewhere, having ingested a drop of Morbius' blood while he was feeding on her. In the two mid-credit scenes, Adrian Toomes finds himself transported to Morbius' universe. Having deduced that his transportation involved Spider-Man, Toomes approaches the fugitive Morbius and suggests that they form a team.
Yeah,
that was all over the place.
It was crazy. So much. What do you think of Milo as a villain? What do you think of Milo?
I get like the character itself wasn't bad, but having him as a villain was not.
Yeah,
I don't think it was a good call. I feel like it should have been someone else.
Someone else.
But then again, though, Morbius himself doesn't really have villains. That's the difficult thing with making a movie about a supervillain.
Yeah,
you can't. The only character really you could have as the villain would be the hero, but you can't have Spider-Man in this movie. So you got to have somebody else. I don't know if that Milo's character is an actual character in the comic books or not.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I don't think he is.
He is.
Oh, yeah, he is. He was. Smith was originally announced to play comic book character Hunger or Lascious Crown. This was later changed to a significantly different character based on Morbius himself. So it's like their own character.
Oh, okay.
What was that one thing? So this seems like it's setting up a sequel, but we'll probably never get one. But from that scene with the end with the girl, it seems like it's setting that up, which is going to be probably the exact same as the first one. Because
clearly they haven't learned their lesson with this one, because they're making Kraven the Hunter and Madam Web.
Yeah, Madam Web hopefully has some hope. Possibly.
Excuse me. The only one I even have a decent amount of hope for is Madam Web.
Yeah,
because
they're doing Venom 3 too. But we don't know when.
Yeah, we do not know.
Nope. Morbius grossed $74 million in the U.S. and Canada, and $90 million in other territories for a total worldwide of $164 million. Here it is. On June 3rd, 2022, Sony announced the film would return to 1,000 theaters weeks after its initial theatrical and digital release. This was largely attributed to the film's influx and attention from internet memes in the weeks prior. This decision was also met with criticism from various outlets, which speculated that the release was because Sony was unaware that the internet trend was not due to legitimate popular admiration towards the film. Upon its re-release, the film performed very poorly, making only $85,000 on the day it was released, with many outlets claiming the film bombed for a second time. After a dismal $300,000 weekend performance in its re-release, a $289 per theater average, Sony pulled the film entirely from theaters.
Wow.
So it made more than we thought. It made a lot more than we thought.
Yeah, that's crazy. You think when we release our comic book, we'll have bigger numbers?
Probably not.
We did, dude. That'd be crazy.
I've always thought about this with our comic book, and I feel like they're going to take it and they're going to look at it and read it, and then the main complaint's going to be, "We've all seen this before. This is like a mix of all kinds of other superhero things." I'm like,
"Oh, so you that's
I'd be like, "Well, that's the point."
Let it be, and I mean, by the way, we got our own ideas of this comic. It ain't just a blatant rip off of everything. It's looking at the little guys and how they would react in like a big superhero world. Yeah. Which has probably a good amount, but we like our own take, and we have plenty of good ideas. Yeah. I promise.
I'm currently still coming up with characters. I have a second spinoff book about the same character that I did the first spinoff book about that I'm writing right now that spins off of one of the volumes. And it takes place in the past, like time travel stuff. And there's a character that I'm coming up with. Here's a little inside scoop for everyone who's listening to a Morbius review. See, it's an inside scoop of our comic book inside of a Morbius review, so no one's going to know. It's like, it's a disguise. Everyone's gonna be like, "Oh, I'm not going to listen to this Morbius review," but actually, we're giving the inside scoop here.
I know. Hey. Yeah, you're going.
I'm creating a character. So our main team in the comic is the Six, and there have been many different members of this team throughout time that the team's been a thing. And I'm going way back to the year 1992, which is significant for one of our characters. Which I'm not going to talk about, but I'm introducing a whole new team of people, and we have our own version of the Hulk. And we have a guy who's a supervillain turned superhero. I think I named him Man Demon.
Man Demon. Yeah.
Yeah. Some cool stuff. I'm imagining all this like I'm imagining a movie. So that's how I write this stuff.
Yeah. That's probably
it's gonna be fun. No more insight.
Is to be sellouts to Disney.
Yeah. No more insight.
We are currently working on a Kingpin character right now, which I do need to get back to. I keep coming up because I want to
coming up with ideas. I've already like written him into part of the story, but I haven't really done much with him.
You're going to tell me, and I'll be like, no, he can't do that. He can't do that.
Anyway, back to Morbius. I did want to say Leto, in response to the memes, tweeted, "What time is it?" In a 19-second video, he was caught, in quotations, reading a script titled Morbius 2, It's Morbin Time, written by himself under the pseudonym Bartholomew Cubbins. Following the financial failure of the re-release, a petition was started on change.org to put the film back in theaters for a third time, with the claim that we were busy that weekend.
We were busy that weekend.
Yeah. Here's the future. In January of 2021, Leto said there was a potential for Morbius to appear alongside the character Blade in a future project, with Mahershala Ali cast in that role for the MCU. That December, in discussing the introduction of the multiverse in No Way Home, Leto said there was potential for further crossovers with this character in future films. Tom Holland expressed interest in seeing his version of Spider-Man from the MCU fighting Morbius in the future, while producers Kevin Feige and Amy Pascal confirmed interest in a potential film starring both Leto and Ali. Oh, so Kevin wants to put Morbius in a Blade movie.
Yeah, because every time on screen, it's like the Ghost Rider movie. Except I like the Ghost Rider more than this, obviously. But
yeah,
like I don't know how you describe it, but like, every time Morbius is on screen, it is pretty decent. It is pretty cool. Besides, like,
so do you like the character in this movie of Morbius more than you like? Is it like a Miss Marvel situation?
It's like a Miss Marvel situation. Yeah.
You like the main character. They're fine, but the story and everything else kind of sucks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know, there's a lot to talk about. I guess that's what we're doing. But it's, I don't know. But I mean, you pretty much said it perfectly.
Yeah. This says here that in March of 2022, Leto also expressed interest in a future film featuring Morbius appearing alongside Venom, portrayed by Tom Hardy. During CinemaCon 2022, Sony announced numerous Marvel projects. Some outlets noted that while Venom 3 and Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse for 2024 were announced, there was no announcement for a Morbius sequel, leaving the character's future in question.
Yeah.
I didn't know that there was so much push for him to show up with Blade.
I would like him to. Nothing wrong with that.
I mean, yeah, Blade versus Morbius. I'm pretty sure, and I think this is still a thing, and I think it was real, that Anthony Starr's playing Dracula in Blade.
Oh, confirmed?
I don't know if it's confirmed. Well, I don't know if it's confirmed, but I know that it's been around everywhere, like the rumor, and I think people have accepted it now, but I don't know.
We've just accepted it.
Could be wrong. I hope so, though.
Well, no.
Yep. Man, let's read some reviews of Morbius.
Yes.
Let me go on here. I'm going to read reviews on Rotten Tomatoes because that's... Well, I'm not going to read critic reviews. I'm going to read audience reviews.
Yeah.
Morbius. Now, I've seen my grandma calls Mobius and Loki Morbius.
Why does she call Loki Morbius?
Not Loki, Mobius.
Sorry, I was confused.
This is confused. Morbius has a 15% critic score on Rotten Tomatoes, and a 71% audience score.
Yeah, that's.
See, what is this? Okay, let's get these reviews going here. They're all bad. There's not a single good one. They all have the green like splattered picture. Someone said if it were just a ride in the theme park, Morbius would be fun enough, but it is not.
It's not a ride. I did say.
Let's see. Mark Kermode says somehow Jared Leto is not even the best Jared in Morbius. It says enough with the origin stories we did not ask for. Well, okay, so that was worded weird. All right, those are two critic things, but I'm gonna go down here to the audience. This is a 1-star review by Alec B. Actually, no, it's not even 1 star; it's half star. Sorry.
Oh, wow.
Feels even more like a movie made by a corporate committee than the recent MCU entries of late. You can almost hear the producers demanding that it be more cool in every scene, and none of it is even remotely compelling.
Yeah, it seems like everything they do is like pretty accurate.
Mm-hmm. Here's a 1-star. Face tat albino to CGI spooky face. This is one of the worst superhero films ever made.
That face tat albino
to CGI spooky face. That's Jared Leto. I just watched Morbius and I know next to nothing about him, but what kind of doctor is he again? What does he enjoy? Is there some kind of romance between him and this lady doctor? I cannot tell you who is Milo. Doctor Who's character in this story? That's true. The guy who played Milo was in Doctor Who. I think he did play Doctor Who. Yeah.
He's like, I don't know what doctor he is, but he's a doctor.
Yeah. Doctor Who's character in this story is best friend who is also disabled. And other than that, there's no other characterization. I am stuck thinking, why? Why is this a movie? Why is this movie? That was Gregorio R. Jeez.
I mean, I don't know. Pretty accurate, if you ask me.
Yeah. Here we go. This person rated a 5-star.
Okay.
Bill S. said, as a lifelong fan of the comic book, I enjoyed the movie. I liked that it relied more on the characters and the special effects. The Morbius comic was not a complicated venture. It was a simple story of a broken, dark hero with that vampire theme that is always appealing. Hope they make another. Leto was excellent as Morbius.
That's it. The only thing I can agree is Leto was pretty good as Morbius, but the problem lies on the fact is just the dialogue they give him.
Mm-hmm.
This movie sucks. Last time I will say it.
Wait, I gotta share my screen. I want you to read this review because I can't read it out loud.
Oh god!
Look at this first review.
Here, do you need me to say it?
I don't know. It's maybe a little.
The very top one, the 5-star one.
Yeah, maybe a little too raunchy for this podcast. What?
Oh my god, man! I wish I could. I wish I could. Man, will you get mad at me if I do say it?
I think we could skip past it. Why do all these end in the same? Okay.
Well, I think it'd be a good way to end it off if you ask me.
Nope. Okay.
20, 69 out of 10 stars.
Jeez. All right. This person. This is the great way to end it off right here. 5 stars by Claude T. I like it when he said it's Morbin time.
Oh yeah.
Because we will not confirm or deny if he does say that line in the movie. You have to watch it for yourself to find out.
Yeah, you will find out.
Yeah. Yeah, that's all I can really say. I get to rating this movie and then head out of here.
Yes.
Well, what would you rate Morbius out of 10?
Well, considering this is the first ever movie, I had to pause to just rekindle myself for a minute. I give it a 1.5 out of 10. Yeah, I really.
Wow.
I think about it. I can't believe I actually watched it finally.
I know that is the lowest score I think we've ever given anything.
Yeah.
You think we'll ever have a 0 out of 10?
That I have no idea.
I wonder what would it had to be worse than Morbius.
Okay, here. If I had to take a guess of what movie I could possibly be a 0,
The Flash.
You Flash?
No, I think The Flash will at least be a 5.
Yeah, Flash may ought to be a 5. I'm gonna say, I think Craven might. Craven.
I think I know what I was kind of stalling. This was asking that question because I was trying to think of what I want to rate it. I think I'm gonna rate Morbius a 2.
Ooh, see, you're much more kinder than me. I don't care. Literally, like it felt like I lost money in watching it, even though I didn't pay for Jack.
Yeah, you pay for a Netflix subscription.
Honestly, thank God we didn't go to the movies and see this.
I'm happy we didn't.
Because if I had to spend like $25, because with this movie, I really have to eat. I'm really going to have to eat something to distract me. Well, it was like a popcorn and some. Yeah, popcorn and some I don't know, lemon or not lemon, that drink. Sorry, I was thinking about a lemon water, but I mean, literally, I had to pause the movie, Darien. I've never done that before. I know it's nothing crazy.
I've done that before.
I've never done that.
I also paused Morbius.
I was so aggravated with a film, I had to pause it.
I also paused it.
Oh god, I never had to do that.
I paused it in the middle of it just because I wanted to take a break for a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
One movie I did also pause in the middle of, and this may be saying something, but not Green Lantern, surprisingly.
Yeah, and what did you rate Green Lantern?
I don't remember. I need to go back and write down all these ratings. But Hulk 2003 is one that I paused.
Really?
Yeah, I still don't like that movie.
I love that movie. I think I gave it a 6. I wish I probably should. I want to go. If we ever do that one right here, I want to give that one a 7.
Jeez. Well,
I love that movie.
You heard it here, folks. So 1.5, right? That's what you said?
Yes.
1.5 and a 2 for Jared Leto's Morbius. I'm never going to watch this movie ever again. I think that's about everything. Go ahead and wrap this up.
Yeah, let's wrap it up.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us for this one. Finally reviewed Morbius. Never want to think about it again. Reminder. Let's see. When this is coming out on Wednesday, so the following weekend, I think. Yeah. So Saturday, new episode of the Galactic Burrito. I'm reviewing episodes 1, 2, and 3 of Andor.
Yeah.
And I'm also going to talk about some of the D23 Star Wars news and talk about trailers and stuff.
Yes.
Uh,
I guess, yeah. I mean, this one's gonna be like kind of like the first one without me, right? Or do you want me?
I mean, that's up to you, but you don't have to. I'm gonna do my own thing.
Yeah. I don't want to be there. I don't care about Andor. I'm sorry.
I don't. Well, I don't either until I rewatched Rogue One, and I was like, oh, I'm kind of excited for this show now.
Mm.
But yes, that will be coming. You can check that out. Also, check out our Dream DCU, our last Extra Beef series. Only on YouTube. I need to stress that is not on Spotify or Apple Podcasts. Because we have video that we show and can't do that on there. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's about everything. Might not be an episode next week of the normal podcast. Not sure yet.
Yes, I have no idea.
Yeah. But if there is, we'll let you know.
Well, I mean, trust me, we're gonna be lazy if we can't do one. And probably do more. Probably work more along the comic, possibly.
Yeah. So I guess with that being said, we'll go ahead and head out of here. All right. Bye, guys.
See ya.